What's good, YouTube? It's your boy, Blue Blood Sports TV, back at y'all with another one. So, QUEENSBERRY Promotion CEO and promoter Frank Warren and top-ranked CEO and promoter Bob Arum are in fear, and the rest of Tyson Fury, undefeated WBC British lineal heavyweight world champion, Tyson the Gypsy King Fury, career, and the rest of the boxing world are in fear of that Tyson Fury career could come to an end if the allegations from Martin CAREFOOT come to be true. They are worried that Tyson Fury's situation with these allegations that Martin CAREFOOT is stating that he lied and committed perjury on the stage in the courtroom, right? When UCAD found Tyson Fury guilty of using performance-enhancing drugs. He failed the test. And so this is immediately following the Vladimir Klitschko fight, but you can look at the dates that this all took place. And it kind of proves the fact that Martin CAREFOOT is pretty much credible, right? And at some point in time, you have to look at it this way. He lied one way or another. He lied then, or he's lying now. At some point in time, one of these stories, he's telling the truth or he's not telling the truth, right? But you got to figure out which one he is. But he's saying that he has the receipts to prove it. And at the end of the day, he's saying that he never serviced Tyson Fury with any wild boar, right? Tyson Fury, he's claiming that Tyson Fury and his team offered him $25,000, 25,000 pounds to cover up and pretend and tell the UCAD and tell the court system that he supplied them with wild boar, and the wild boar was it was tampered, right? So the wild boar had substance in it that shows up and it acts as a performance-enhancing drug. Like we know, the meat in Mexico is tainted, right? So he's saying that they offered to pay him this money to say that the meat was tainted. But now he's come out and said he never got paid. He's saying that, his conscience has got to him, and he believes the world should know the truth, that they covered up the entire situation to protect him and his cousin, Huey Fury, about the tainted meat, the wild boar. He's stating that he never gave them the wild boar to begin with, and he has the receipts to prove it. And so now he's willing to face perjury, right? He's willing to face the fire, right? And he's 70 years old. So I gather at this point in time, he feel like he has nothing to lose. But at this point in time, he's the meal ticket for QUEENSBERRY Promotions and Frank Warren. And I don't want to say he's so much the meal ticket for Top Rank and Bob Arum, because Top Rank, Bob Arum has Terrence Crawford, he has Vasyl Lomachenko, he has a plethora of other fighters that are big money fighters. When it comes to Frank Warren, that is his cash cow, right? So with that said, Frank Warren does have a big fight coming with Daniel Dubois and Joe Joyce. That's a big fight. But none with the namesake and to carry the weight of Vasyl Lomachenko and Terrence Crawford, Teofimo Lopez, so on and so forth, for Bob Arum, right? It's a loss for Bob Arum as far as heavyweights go, but it's not a loss as far as his stable. But it's still a concern because, I always say this, as the heavyweight division goes, so goes the sport of boxing. The heavyweight division carries the sport of boxing. Now we had anomalies every here and there with Floyd Mayweather, who carried the sport. We had the golden era with Sugar Ray Leonard, Marvin Hagler, Tommy Hearns, Roberto Duran, that era, but for the most part, the heavyweights carry the sport of boxing. And so now Bob Arum has himself another heavyweight. He had Muhammad Ali, he had numerous other heavyweights. So now he has Tyson Fury, and he's the sell. He's the big draw, right? Because he's a heavyweight. He's undefeated. He just beat the hardest punch in the history of the sport of boxing, the reigning WBC heavyweight undefeated world champion Deontay the Bronze Bomber Wilder, right? But there's Glovegate. There's a situation where Tyson Fury's left glove is being proven to be tampered with, Not to mention this situation, these allegations from Martin Carefoot. And now reports are, according to the reports, they are concerned. They're worried that there's a possibility that there's truth to this. Even the WBC's Mauricio Sulaiman, President Mauricio Sulaiman, came out and he says that he don't believe his word. He believes he's just chasing money. But if he is a provider for meat around the world, I'm not sure that he's that hard up for money for $31,000, or what is it, $36,000, $37,000 translate to US dollars. I don't believe Martin Carefoot is that hard up. This took place 5 years ago, 2015. But if you look at the dates, it seems kind of on par of what he's saying, right? And you know, it took a long time for UCAD to come to how do you say it? It took a long time for UCAD to come up with, I don't want to say man, how do you say it, man? Because they came to a common medium, I want to say. Because they claiming they spent $600,000 researching this, and I don't believe that UCAD ever truly got a conclusion to this. I believe that they just looked at the situation and they just said, okay, you know what? They just settled for what they had, right? Especially with Martin Carefoot coming out, you know, and covering up the situation. You know, UCAD just pretty much, I feel like they just said, they just left it alone. But UCAD, this took place, and so when Tyson Fury fought Christian Hammer, this was going on. So when he fought Christian Hammer, if you look at the dates, that means that allegedly, arguably, he was on something in that fight, right? But then he was allowed to go ahead and fight the biggest fight in his career at that time in Vladimir Klitschko. So there's a lot of shakiness going on in this entire situation. And Frank Warren and Bob Arum at this point in time are not too confident in the outcome of this entire situation. So we must see what takes place. In my opinion, it's not looking good for Tyson Fury, right? And Martin Carefoot at this point in time is a whistleblower. He don't mind at this point. He's 70 years old. He feels like he's been duped in the situation. He was never confiscated. He was never compensated for his services and you know, his role that he played in helping Tyson Fury get past that situation with UCAD. Vladimir Klitschko should feel a certain kind of way as well, because Tyson Fury ended Vladimir Klitschko's reign. And Tyson Fury is not the most credible person when it comes to these situations, seeing as though, you know, he lets the world know that, you know, he has a lot going on mentally. And on top of that, he indulges in recreational drugs. So we know that Tyson Fury history is pretty shaky. So why put it? It's hard to put it past him that this could take place, and seeing as though, you know, his uncle is coming out now that his uncle was involved in, you know, underworld activities allegedly. It's come out now. You know, we see the situation with the gloves. You have professional boxers coming out and they're questioning his gloves. You know, in the Christian Hammer fight, obviously we had the situation with the performance enhancing drugs. Then he tried to use a glove where he cut the web, and the web is between the thumb and the fingers. The web was cut on the glove. The referee didn't allow it to continue until they addressed that. You know, so there's so many things going on. You have referees coming out and say they believe Tyson Fury is the dirtiest fighter they ever refereed. You know, so there's a lot stacked against him, and we got to see how this all plays out. But obviously, it affects the bottom line of Frank Warren and Bob Arum. Should Tyson Fury, you know, situation not come out on the good end for them, right? It affects their bottom line. It affects their money, and they don't want that. So they're worried. They're concerned. And their concern lets us know that when there's smoke, obviously we know there's some truth there, right? So we got to see how this all plays out. But Tyson Fury is facing an 8-year ban. And if he gets an 8-year ban, it's over for his career. He's already stated that he only have 2 fights left after this Wilder fight. and 8-year ban, it's over. He went on a 2-year, 3-year hiatus, and he got up to 400 plus pounds. So imagine an 8-year ban. That spells the end of Tyson Fury's career, and he's already 31 years of age. So you're talking about nearly 40 years old, and his credibility and his reputation take a massive hit. It's over for Tyson Fury's career. But let's see how this all plays out. But that's all I got for y'all. Y'all already know what it is. It's your boy Blue Blood Sports TV. Hate, like, comment, and subscribe. You haven't subscribed? Hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, hit the bell icon to get all the new notification. Follow me on Instagram at Blood Sports TV, all one word. Y'all already know what it is. Shouts out to the entire LDBC. Shouts out to New Media. Shouts out to Black Media Row. Make sure you like and share these videos. That's all I got for y'all. Peace.